Jam-packed show today. I'm going to start the power hour off today the way that I start every single power hour, which is to remind you guys why we're spending these 45, 60, 70 minutes together, which is to make this the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for. We're going for trade ideas. We want everybody to be able to walk away from this show with multiple trade ideas. That's the idea. Ideas are going to come from me. They're going to come from Jason. They're going to come from guests that we bring on. And most importantly, they're going to come from ZingerNation. ZingerNation, that's all of you out there hanging out in the chat. If you guys are watching this on Facebook, you're watching it on Twitter, the main chat that ZingerNation hangs out on is YouTube. So go ahead, search up that Benzinga YouTube page. But there's the deal there, guys. Trade idea nation. That's what we're going after. Stocks that we're going to be talking today. We're going to be doing Peloton. Jason and I going to be following up on our Peloton. We're going to do Ford, ticker Foxtrot. I'm going to be getting into it with Jason, right? We're going to be scrapping up about a secret ticker. I've got a very bearish opinion on one. He's got a very bullish opinion on it. So there's the deal there. Blue Dove saying, what's the next big earnings play? I'm 2 for 2 on earnings right now, guys. Boom. Let's go air horn on that one. I hate holding stocks into earnings because I can't focus for like the hour before that. But we hit both PayPal and we hit Ford into earnings. Both moved the way that we wanted them to move. But again, Jason and I going head to head on a stock. And of course, we're going to talk CLOV. That's the one that we're going to war for today. And maybe we'll even have some time for our GameStop, for our AMC, etc. But again, we're hitting the ideas today. We're bringing it. We're bringing the energy. And Bill.com. How did I not have Bill.com? All right, let's just start off there. We're starting off with Bill.com. So, all right, let me share my screen up. And the camera keeps going in and out of focus. It's the bow tie. It's confusing him. It can't find my face. All right. So I got my screen up here. And guys, check this out. This is our year-to-date performance on the live portfolio, right? This is the portfolio that we're looking at every single day. We're making all of our trades out there. We are freaking hot. We're up 15.5% year-to-date. Everybody can get in on this because every trade that we're doing in this portfolio, we are doing on the show. Literally every single name. I pull up this list every day, right? I show you guys what stocks I own literally every single day, and we are making the trades together. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom here. Where's our bill? All right, somewhere in this portfolio here, this big list of stocks. Here it is. All right, we sold puts against Bill.com, ticker BILL, Bravo, India, Lima. Bill.com, we got ripped in the chat for it. Everybody said the stock is way overvalued. They said there's it's run up too much, but we said, all right, then we're going to sell puts against the stock. We did it. Check this out. Bill.com, BILL, 27% move today. Here's a 1-year chart of the thing. Let me give you guys the initial thesis on the Bill trade. Yeah, exactly. All you out there, if you got into the Bill trade with me, throw me the one. If you're one of the Bill haters, go, you don't have to call yourself out in public. We'll let you leave on this one. But all right. So Bill.com, the move here, the reason why we liked it, right, is we are a customer of Bill.com at Benzinga. But basically, I have the displeasure of having to pay all of our vendors every single month. That's one of my jobs here at Benzinga. I've got to write all these checks. It's a total pain in the ass, right? The old way that I used to have to do it is I would have to log into Chase, and I used to have to initiate an ACH or initiate a wire for literally like 150 vendors every month. I mean, it would take a Saturday, right? That's all that I would do for pretty much a Saturday, right? And so we implemented Bill.com about 3 or 4 years ago, and it queues everything up for me, right? We get the invoices in instead of me having to go to Chase, look up the person, look up the amount, type it all in. Bill.com takes the invoices, queues it up for payment, and all I do is just go down the list and say send, and boom, I'm done in like 20 minutes, right? What used to take 6 hours takes 20 minutes. So I love the product. We are customers of the product here at Benzinga. And then number 2, I also have to make sure, I have the displeasure of making sure that all of our customers pay us. And the percentage of customers who pay us through Bill.com now has grown to about 20% over the past several months. It used to be we were the only company using it. Jason actually didn't want to use it at first because nobody else was on it. But now I'd say 20%, 1 in 5 of our customers pays us with Bill.com. And so because I had that little bit of an information advantage that, hey, this is getting more adoption, it's super sticky, I love the product. That's why I liked it. And today the news, the stock up 30% today. Kathy Wood got into this one in the fund. So check this out again. This is the 1-year chart of Bill. We sold the puts on this thing. We sold the $90 strike puts. Well, we collected $2,000 in premium, maybe $2,500 in premium for doing that. We're now up over 90% on the trade. Let's go. And there's the deal. So Bill.com, we're in this one. If anybody else is in this one, congratulations. That's why we liked it. That's why we got into the name, and we are hanging out in the trade. Let me throw you guys a couple other updates that we have. The first one that I'm going to bring up, ticker PTON, Peloton earnings. I want to crowdsource this one a little bit, guys. If you can't abstain from this, all right? You either have to buy Peloton or you have to short Peloton in this imaginary world. All right, that's the deal. So you're either getting long it, you're getting short it. The price is $145. Put the 1 in the chat if you would get long the stock. Put the 2 if you would get short it. I would throw my 2 in there. It's not like a very confident 2, but I still don't like this thing. My overarching thesis is that, you know, every fitness fad is exactly that, which is a fad. So I'd be bearish on this name again. Throw yours in there. I want to see where everybody's at. The stock did report earnings yesterday. The earnings numbers actually looked decent. I'm going to go ahead and read those off. All right. So the company, they reported Q2 EPS of 18 cents versus a 9-cent estimate. Sales of 1.06 billion versus 1.03 billion estimate. So they had a small beat there. Not great, but they had a little bit of a beat. They also raised guidance, which should be a good thing. But the market didn't love it. And here's the best way that I can chalk that up. The numbers on themselves at face value actually look pretty decent. But given the run up that this stock has seen, especially since that last earnings report, right, when we moved from 100 to, you know, I mean, into earnings, we're at 55% in 3 months. I mean, that's a pretty quick move. Given that run up, I think the market really wanted to see a hell of a beat, like a crazy freaking beat. And we've seen that time and time again with a lot of these high flyers, these hot stocks. And keep in mind, there's going to be no better time for this company than right now, right? COVID is the best catalyst that could possibly exist for Peloton. I even saw some chatter that Peloton started COVID to boost its sales. But again, I think the market just wanted to see a hell of a beat for it, get a shit ton of subscribers, and really get things clipping. They didn't. Again, the numbers on face value were fine. They weren't crazy. So there's the deal there. Markets or chat, ZingerNation, all of you out there hanging out with me, trading stocks with me all day. You seem pretty mixed on this one. You know, I think if I had to guess, I'd say that there's more 2s than 1s. Right. Hopefully you were there yesterday and not just, you know, playing Monday morning quarterback. But there's the deal with that one. And it looks like we got a special.
I'm an angry guy today.
Oh, always.
I know we have a guest coming up, but I'm an angry guy. Like,
always an angry guy.
I just wasted the last 15 minutes of my life not coming on the show. So I was trying to order like a crazy meal for the office. And I went to 3 different restaurants. DoorDash, I may short the freaking stock right now. I may short the freaking stock. I think I am. I cannot believe how bad of a user experience. I said delivery only, went through the thing, then I go and says, oh, this restaurant can't deliver. I literally had it ordered. I am short. I mean, I don't even want to short. I'll buy puts on it. I'm buying puts. I am done. I'm finding a new app. Like, that was the worst experience, if anything, I've used in such a long time. I am fucking pissed right now. I'm so pissed. I mean, dude, I am so pissed. Because, you know, I was going to give it to someone else to do. And I'm like, no, I'm going to order. I was going to over order, make it like this grandiose thing, got all this crap, and tried it 10 times.
Okay, so if you think you're pissed, how do you think I feel? I just got screwed on lunch.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
I'm twice as pissed as you are. If you're shorting it, I'm going to double that trade.
I'm that pissed. You just lost lunch. I mean, everyone. I said yesterday that we would do lunch or something. I forgot what the thing was, or some bet, and I said so I went to do the lunch. I did lunch yesterday too for the office, but today, I mean, yeah, Ripster's coming on, but I don't know the time. We need a schedule. On the right side of Luke's page, that's going to say that, or on the page, it's going to say the schedule when the guests are coming on. It's going to, all that stuff that you want to know about will all be there. It's we're moving slow on this video. I'm trying to get the quality better, but hopefully it'll be there shortly. Yeah, James, let's chat. Let's start a hashtag. Fuck DoorDash. Did I really just say that? I shouldn't be saying that on the air, but
delete Robinhood turns into delete DoorDash. That's the move,
guys.
You don't get shit trending.
You guys don't even understand what was just going on. You don't. Like I know it's like first world problems, whatever. This was bad. It tricked me. I went to delivery only, but what they did was they didn't want to leave me from the app. So they put me in like, and then as I finally go to the pay, my credit card's already in. Says, oh, we're sorry. It's pickup only.
All right. We need to throw this out to ZingerNation. If you think that Jason was tricked by DoorDash, put a 1 in the chat. If you think Jason's incompetent at using DoorDash, put the 2 in the chat. I'm not going to say which way I'm voting. It's a fair. But we need to bring ZingerNation into this one before. I think
there should be a little bit of intelligence. I've ordered from DoorDash 15 times. I order Wingstop from DoorDash all the time. Today they can't deliver to my radius, One Campus Marshes. I don't know. Maybe that delivery guy complained about me yesterday. What do you think, Luke? Could that have happened?
That was one of the most painful things I've listened to.
Oh my God!
I used to next to Spencer Israel.
Oh my God! What if that's what happened? We had a delivery guy that couldn't find our office. We have the biggest statue in the world and a sign in front of our office. He couldn't find it, and it was like I was talking Japanese. And maybe he said that people shouldn't deliver to us anymore. And maybe that's why all these orders are getting canceled. I don't know. But if that's the case, don't want anyone tell me. All I know is DoorDash, if you're listening and you're one of the 22,000 listeners out there right now listening to us, you better call me because I am pissed and I'm going to start a whole protest. And I know how to get people's attention. I had dating sites back in year 2000 and I had 2 million people on my site before all those other sites. I know how to get attention. I'm starting a campaign. F DoorDash after what's going on today. Complete, I don't know if it's fraud, but negligence on your part. Improve that app. All right, what do we got? 1s and 2s?
We have more 2s.
You guys are wrong.
A mixed bag. I don't know.
You guys are wrong. I'll go on the app and if we can share my screen, producer Rohan won't give me the camera, the overhead camera, but I would show you guys and I will tell you it's not user error. I am pissed. No, 2 is if I was right, or 2 if I was incompetent. 2 is if I was incompetent, 1 if I was right. That it was my fault. I don't know what that just said. We're done. We're done. Yes, whoever said I need meditation device, you're right. But just
that was me.
Just 2 quick things. Are people bowing at me today? Am I getting any bows or like thanks or anything? Are people hitting the tip jar on the chat today?
They better. After my bill, I did PayPal, Ford, and Bill 3 effing days in a row. Okay,
but like my brother is calling me. He doesn't call me about stocks ever. I told him last week that I went big time in a stock called API. You know, this TikToker was trying to play the Clubhouse trend. He was like, you should buy AWS. Okay. And I'm like, API, they provide it. Guys, I gave it to you. I bought call options and gave it to you live on the show multiple times. I bought it at $57 last week. You know what it's at today, Luke?
I'm going to guess around 96.
98.73.
Woo!
Like, I don't know. Whoever wants to go against me on a stock picking contest, I'm ready. Because API, and then what about Penn? You know, we had Dave Portnoy on 2 weeks last week. We had him on a couple months ago. And then what did we have? Like 120, 128. Yeah, I own this. Are we doing our thing now or no?
Right, we have questions about CLOV, CLOV.
Oh my God, CLOV. You guys got me.
We're gonna get to CLOV. I'm in CLOV too. I said I'm dressed up today because I'm going to war for CLOV.
I'm not
going into battle.
I'm not going to war for battle. CLOV pissed me off, guys.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on. All right. Well, let's bring our guest on, and then we've got to talk Penn. I got opinions on this one. We've got to talk CLOV.
But look, don't you have to go?
I don't have to go until 1:30.
Oh, that was a joke. Your 12:30 thing?
It was a joke.
I don't find your jokes that funny, to be honest. Then.
Okay.
Because if I thought you had to go at 12:30 and so that's why I came on. I would have still been ordering through DoorDash and I would eventually hopefully achieve success. But I got off the DoorDash thing to come on here because I thought you had to go. All right, I may go back to DoorDash now.
All right, go back to DoorDash. I'm going to talk to Alex. We're bringing Alex onto the stream. What's up, man? We
hey,
see
what's
you.
Up, guys?
Hear us. There we go.
How are you?
Doing well, doing well. We've got some decent stock picks this week. So we're happy. ZingerNation is happy because we're always trading together. So yeah. How are things in your world?
I'm not into the stocks. Stocks is not my thing.
But crypto is, correct?
Crypto is absolutely.
All right.
Especially after this whole GameStop thing, I mean the relic for crypto just makes so much more sense.
So let's talk crypto then. I've got some thoughts to share, some recently changed thoughts on the crypto market. But where are you at with it? What coins do you like right now, etc.?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum are always top picks. Besides that, love the DeFi space and love the NFT space as well. I think it's super interesting what's going on right there. Pretty up and coming. You now have pretty big Instagrammers as well that are looking into NFTs, which is really interesting because it's the first time that kind of crypto and the real world is kind of getting faster adoption than it has been in the past. So that's super interesting. Okay.
And guys, for all of you out there, I have not been like a crypto holder. I have been holding and trading a lot of these crypto stocks and actually making great money off them. Voyager Digital, that's been our one, guys. I know a lot of the chatters got into that one. We've been in that stock since 66 cents. It's been on a tear. But I officially became a crypto bull last week. I still haven't taken a position, right? I haven't really studied the charts and figured out where or when I'm taking a position. But I watched a video, right? And it was somebody trying to explain what a newscaster was in the year 1993, the year of my birth, what the internet is, right? So the newscaster just couldn't grasp it. He's like, so who owns the internet? And the engineer explaining is like, nobody owns it. It's a system, right? It's a system that allows different people to communicate ideas. And that sort of hit me for blockchain and the crypto space in general, and just everything being decentralized. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like not thinking about this in the same way that internet had an impact on the world. So that's what got me into it. I think I'm gonna put everything into Doge.
Have you been listening to Elon?
Listening to that Elon, exactly. Dude, how much money is he going to lose people who just are blindly following him into Doge? I think it's hilarious. 100%. I did it because I think it's effing funny. I totally bought some Dogecoin because I think it's funny, but yeah, it's crazy.
Do you think that he owns Dogecoin?
As very small amount.
That's
is my guess.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. No, but for sure. I mean, look, it just makes so much sense, right? The fact that like you depend on a centralized entity and they decide whether you're allowed to trade or not allowed to trade, or whether they sell your stock or whether they don't sell your stock. I mean, like we're living in a pretty free world these days, right? And so that's still not possible today. Crypto's here, and it's bringing that solution.
Yep. And like price targets, right? I mean, we've had guests on the show who are Bitcoin bulls, and they've thrown out price targets that are anywhere from 30,000, which we've eclipsed, to 100,000. And somebody came on and said that Bitcoin is going to see 1 million within the next 2 years. I mean, I'm curious where your mind is at in terms of price targets.
I mean, if we cross 100K, we're going to hit 300K, I assume. So I think 100K should definitely be in the bag this year, just based on how historical price movements have been, whether it's stock to flow ratios, whether it's on-chain metrics. I think it's pretty clear that supply is decreasing. The big guys are coming in, the institutions are coming in. So I think that price target is pretty realistic.
Yep, absolutely. And again, I'm not in it yet, but I think it's a market that I have to get into. And then tell us a little bit about acquainting what you guys do, where you fit into the market, etc.
Yeah, for sure. So we built acquainting around 3 years ago. And the idea is that you obviously need to be able to track all of these cryptocurrencies that you hold, whether that's on mobile or it's on the web app. To fully understand what your current portfolio allocation is, what your current portfolio construction is, fully understand your unrealized and realized gains. And at the same time, obviously, it's the aspect of the tax man is still around. And so with accounting, you also at the end can print out your tax report that has to do with any sort of cryptocurrency that you trade, no matter whether you use Binance, Coinbase, whatever exchange it is. You can directly import everything automatically, and then we give you the actual report, and that's pretty much what we do. Without it, then hopefully, or with accounting, I mean, hopefully you'll see why crypto is so great and how your portfolio is performing, and don't make bad mistakes in terms of selling too early or too late.
And is there like a lot of manual work that goes into it, or does it connect to the brokerage, or how does that work?
Yeah, so essentially you directly connect to Coinbase or whatever exchange you're using, and it pulls all of the data automatically.
Do you support Voyager?
We do not support Voyager
yet.
You
got to get Voyager. Hottest stock on the market. I've made so much money off of Voyager this year.
Is Voyager a miner or an exchange?
I don't know.
I think it's a miner.
You can trade crypto on it. I don't know if that makes it an exchange, or what that makes, or if it connects to an exchange or what. Okay, that's an exchange.
Got it. Cool. No, then, I mean, if people go to our forum, we listen to all of our customers. So if you go to community.accounting.com, then you can make any sort of requests, whichever exchanges or wallets we should add, and we'll add those relatively quickly. Yep.
There you go. Okay. All right. We need to get that Voyager on there. I just opened the account. This stock. I'm like, all right, if I made this much money off the stock, I ought to open an account and fund it with them as like a thank you. At least take what I made from the stock and put it in there. So there's the deal. All right, man. Anything else that we should talk about that we haven't covered already? We got the crypto price target. We've heard about the company. Anything else, I guess, on the horizon that we should be talking about?
I mean, I think for anyone that's not in crypto, I think it absolutely makes sense to look at the aspect of how decentralized nature helps yourself, especially if you're into stocks and everything. Having decentralized finance makes a lot of sense, right? Right now, you're not making any interest on any of your dollars. And so with decentralized finance, you can do these things. You can deposit your USD into a contract, and it'll accrue value through interest. And especially in the world we're in right now, that makes a ton of sense.
Yep. All right, man. I like it. Thank you for joining us on the Power Hour. We're going to have you back on here with us. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk crypto. I'm going to get in it before it makes that run to 300,000 that you're talking about. I hope.
You better buy today with that profit.
Exactly. That's the move. And I'm going to throw this one on the screen because I hate talking out of my ass without anything to back it up. But literally, this is the Voyager Digital trade, right? There's the ticker. I got the Canadian ticker. It's literally up 2,300%. What the hell? I take that all day. So there's the move on that one. So cool. All right, man. Thanks for joining us.
Sweet. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye.
Take care. All righty, guys. I threw the banner up on the screen here with the times and the tickers that we are going to be talking about. Up on deck, we have PENN at 12:45. At 12:55, we're going to be talking GameStop, GME. That's a ZingerNation chat challenge. And then at 1 p.m., we're going to be talking CLOV, probably the most requested ticker of the day. And somebody saying Voyager is a therapeutics company. VYGR on the U.S. exchange, yes, it's Voyager Therapeutics. VYGR on the Canadian exchange is Voyager Digital. If you guys want to trade the OTC version of that ticker, it's VYGVF. I think it's literally the hardest ticker to remember in the world. If they change that, the stock price would go up. But again, VYVGF. All right, what's up? What's up?
I tried again, dude.
I need an update on the DoorDash. Yeah, am I getting lunch today or no?
the place is like 900 feet away. It says we're not close enough. So I went on Instagram. I DM'd the place. I'm like, why can't I order from you guys? I don't understand. I want a smoothie. I'm so angry right now. I need something that's going to make me feel better. A smoothie will make me feel better. And I just can't pull it off. And I'm not walking out of the office. I'm not leaving my chair anymore. All I know is I'm not a happy camper. I called this place, Cheers Detroit. They brought us like discounted things a while ago, and I can't do it. So that's it. You guys are more important than my damn smoothie. I agree. I just, you guys know. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why does everything everything should work? People should respond to phone calls. But how about our voicemail, Luke? Weren't checking our voicemail. I mean, at the office, like, I don't know, man. I'm just.
That's not one we can blame on Ring Central either.
Nope, can't blame that on Ring Central. RNG guys, when we raised our first round of financing back in the day, we were one of Ring Central's first 1,000 customers. Ring Central went out for the day. So we had all these phone calls from all these places, and Ring Central went out. It was RNG. The stock was at $30. Like I said, any vendor that we pay money to, if you guys don't buy our ETF, you're dumb. It's like we would
our Bill.com trade right there.
We would perform better than ARK. It's not even just that, Luke. Datadog, Ring Central, Amazon, obviously, Asana, HubSpot bought it at $40 at 380. The Upwork spend.
All right, yeah, and we've got a really good chat here. It says enough excuses, Jason. Food or no food?
Update on the food situation. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay, Jordan ordered Little Caesars, and she was able to get it to deliver here from DoorDash. See, I pay the DoorDash subscription fee, so Jordan had to pay a service fee of $9, which really, I mean, I got to pay Jordan back, but I already pay that, so I got doubly screwed. And yes, there's pizza coming, but it's none of the pizza I like. There's no bacon pizza, and it's not Jordan's fault. I went in the app, and they don't allow for bacon pizza. Is there something against bacon? But I do have a stock trade for you guys when it comes to chicken. Wait till you hear Monday's show. I got a trade for you that I'm going in. I'm moving 10% of my portfolio to this chicken trade. It has to do with bacon. I talked to an executive from a big food distributor about 10 years ago. Bacon became a thing. Chicken is becoming a thing. And there's 2 stocks to play, and that'll be reserved for Monday. So tune in. Now, Luke, you want to fight about one of my favorites in a second?
Yeah. We should honor the schedule again. We're going 12 Penn, GME, CLOV. That's what we got up on the screen. I do want to give a nod, though. Somebody pointed this one out in the chat to our Abercrombie and Fitch trade that came from a guest we had on the show earlier in the week. Mia, they did announce a new board member today. The stock has been up since she called it. So yeah, if you followed her into that ANF trade, there you go. But all right.
I got an update, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I got an update from Rohan. The microphone and the other one hasn't gone. Okay, so they just wrote back to me from the place and they said, interesting, let me check into this for you. And so that's the latest update on the smoothie situation.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this. You're in your fighting pose. You refuse to turn the mute on your microphone, so we're hearing me twice when I'm talking. But all right, let's do this thing. The ticker is PENN, Penn National. I teased it. I said we're going head to head on a stock, one that I'm very bearish on. Jason still has a bull case somehow. So kick us off.
All right. My mic's going back on. I hope you guys can see me. Penn National. I've been a buyer. When it went to $5, I got a little nervous on my position because I was like, what could happen next? And there was a guy on CNBC that talked about bankruptcy. Well, he was wrong, and people like to scare tactics. I've been buying Penn National since $26. I bought, and I owned a decent size. Now, small. At $90 or $80, I went hardcore, and I could show you on my account. I bought call options. I bought stock, and my call options expired actually last week, and I sold those ones, or I converted and I own more stock now. That's what happened. I should have bought more calls. That's a mistake on my part. But I'm a believer in Penn National for 3 reasons, Luke. And I don't even know if I want to even give you the reasons yet, because it's going to give you ammunition to fight.
All right, then let me jump later. Okay. Here's why I don't like this thing, guys. You see this chart up on the screen, right? This is a 1-year chart that I have up. Okay, 1 year ago was pre-COVID. Okay. Pre-COVID, the stock, it's an operator of casinos, right? It's a gambling play. It was trading below $40 a share. Okay. Post-COVID, the company is now somehow 3 times more valuable. So if the world goes back to normal, right? Let's say markets are at least roughly valuing this thing, right? You know, you would think, okay, maybe it goes 40 to 60 or something like that. The stock went 40 to 130. And again, that was the pre-COVID high. That's nowhere near your COVID low or a COVID adjustment or anything along those lines, right? I think that they do have the electronic gambling play. It is here in Michigan now. You know, I think that the rollout to other states is going to be slow, a lot slower than everybody expects. So again, the fact that the stock has tripled in price despite COVID and it's a casino play, I think the jig is up on this one.
Watch. Allison, what is the emergency? We are live on the show. Are you watching the Benzinga YouTube and you're calling to say a statement about the squares? No. Oh, this is exciting. So this is a person, Rocket Mortgage has their Super Bowl squares this weekend on Sunday. I don't know if you're in the contest. You can't buy the squares anymore, or not. You can't get in that thing anymore, I guess. But the squares, you can win like a couple $1 million. But I think, did you call to tell me I'm a winner ahead of time? That's amazing. No?
No, we'll call you directly on Sunday.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. So anyway, back to Penn. What I like about Penn is, as a thing that, I don't know if I coined it or someone else, whatever, I think I kind of coined it, the thing behind the thing. So, you know, DraftKings, everyone likes DraftKings, right? DraftKings uses part of Penn's, some of their licenses to open up the gambling in other states. Penn has 19, 20, 25, 30 licenses in different states. So they open up in Philadelphia. They open up in Detroit. They're going to be going a couple other places very soon. And I don't know if they announced them yet. And so that is one of the biggest things. The thing behind the thing, Penn's licenses are valuable. The reason why Penn doesn't get the love, maybe it is lately in the stock market, because MGM 6 months ago was at a $15 billion valuation, and our friends at Penn were at $3 billion. Now they're the same, or Penn's even higher. And the reason why it's a little interesting is because Penn doesn't have a national brand. They have these little other units. What's going to happen very soon is you're going to see the Barstool brand, like we see in Detroit and Greektown. I think Monday or Tuesday we'll be at the Greektown Sportsbook doing something with Portnoy and showing you the sportsbook. But you're going to see that Barstool Sportsbook start taking hold in other states and becoming more of a community, and a lot of things that come with that. So I think Penn's undervalued in the sense that this Barstool brand and sportsbook is going to become a lot larger. And what it reminds me a little bit of, Luke, is my Peloton investment. So, you know, Dennis Dick saying it's overvalued, all that stuff. And I know the earnings. I know yesterday we talked about it. But Peloton is a community. Yes, it's working out, but it's a community. It's like like me and Luke hate when you don't have an Apple iPhone. We use iMessage. I admit you don't know this. If you're listening, I'm getting you an Apple iPhone. I can't stand the text message with you. You're on like some weird phone. I don't know. It's like a droid. That's a weird word. Get off that. So Penn, I think, with innovation at Barstool, is going to create a community and gambling, and it's going to happen through that. DraftKings is going to have its niche. So is FanDuel. They'll eventually merge. Those two will merge. They tried before. They will merge, I think. I think Penn will create a large brand. And, I mean, Dave Portnoy said it. He said it on the show yesterday. And this is part of Penn still. They're going to announce in like 2 months that they're launching, like, you know, frozen pizzas from the Barstool brand. It's not part necessarily the Penn business. Penn owns Barstool. It's just like HubSpot bought our friends out at Hustler, the Hustle.
Hustler.
Hustler.
Yeah, there you
Hustle,
go.
Not Hustler magazine.
Top of mind.
Did not buy the Hustler. They bought the Hustle. So a lot of these big SaaS companies like Twilio and all those different things are buying out media assets. Penn did it smartly before the valuations went up. These media assets, like a Benzinga, the valuations, in my opinion, are going to go up a lot because they're going to see that they can provide leads into the app. You know how much money MGM is spending on marketing here, Luke? The amount of money that MGM loses on online gambling is so much. The amount of money that Penn is making, Barstool, they're profitable. They're profitable. Big difference, Luke. So you can keep buying your losing online casinos, and I'm going to stay with the profitable ones. Thank you, and goodbye.
Here's how I'm going to come back to that, though, is that you need more catalysts for this stock, right? There are certain states that are going to allow the online gambling. We have it in Michigan here, right? And it's going to be a while before we get more states. I mean, it's going to be years. So I don't know what the next catalyst on this name is. And again, the fact that pre-COVID, its core business is as a casino operator, right? Pre-COVID was at 40. Post-COVID, it's at 130.
I mean, sure, it's a nice run. So if you want to take some cheese off the plate, you can. I'm not going to take some. I'm going to keep it on right now. The big run this week, a little bit of we had some upgrades and some price target improvements. Super Bowl coming up. The thing that in this market, the mistake that I made, Luke, the mistake that I made, my best investment, honestly, was me buying Google at the IPO, and I never sold a share. Never sold a share. I used to do that. I used to never sell shares of these stocks. Like I didn't do that at Tesla either. But like HubSpot, I trimmed. Twilio, I trimmed like during the March when everything was crashing because of COVID. I trimmed. My philosophy on some of these companies that are great and will be here for a long term is just to keep them forever. Google, I have never sold a share, and I wish I could have said that about Twilio or HubSpot. So with me at Penn, I'm a believer in the long-term sustainability of the franchise. I believe in some of the people they're bringing on, and that's my take. But yes, it has had a nice run. I'll give you that, Luke.
All right, let's keep it clipping. Again, I am still a hater on this stock. You're a lover. It's made you tons of money before. Everybody who listened to you on it, you made tons of money for. But I think that the jig is up. I'm smashing my buzzer because I'm the only one that gets the soundboard. And there's the deal there. And guys, all right, I'm keeping us to the schedule that we have up on the screen. It is now 12:55 p.m. Eastern. It is time for an update on our chat challenge. This is probably my favorite part of every single show. The chat challenge, if you don't know, if you're new to this show, right, is us going head to head in ZingerNation. That's all of you out there in the chat to figure out who is the best trader, who's the best price picker, who's the best stock picker out there, right? Every week we ask a question with some sort of prize. This week, whoever wins, I already know the winner. I'm not going to tease it. That's why I'm dressed up in my tuxedo. This is like a big announcement. But whoever wins is getting whatever they want for free from swag.benzinga.com. Again, that's swag.benzinga.com. This week, we asked the question, what is the best or what is the price of GameStop going to be at the end of the week? We asked this on Monday. We said we're going to close it out on Friday. We've done that full week. And now drum roll. All right, here's the sheet, guys. We're scrolling through it. This percent change, this column here, that's what you want to be looking at. Who had the closest percentage difference? I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and bounce back up. And there we have it. Row 64, Steve Delaney, 7% off. His guess was $59. The stock is trading at 63 right now. So Steve Delaney, email us powerhour@benzinga.com. Again, that's powerhour@benzinga.com with whatever it is you want from swag.benzinga.com. Pick whatever you want. We'll send it to you. Producer Aaron will get it hooked up. And there's the move there.
Wait, Luke, how long does freaking swag.benzinga.com take to ship? I thought you guys ordered me stuff like 2 weeks ago. I still don't have it. I'm wearing my tuxedo still.
I didn't order anything for you.
So did you get it? Dude, I need some help on something. Why are people writing Mike, Jason?
Yeah, your audio sounded bad.
Well, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to be on the show anymore. If no one tells me that mic is the most expensive mic, costs $1,500. Producer Rohan, get him on the screen. Well, he said that's the best mic on the market. It's so expensive. My mic was bad. It should be the best thing ever. You couldn't hear me, Jim Lee? Then why didn't you say something, Luke?
It was as good as it's going to get with that microphone. We need a different mic. We still knew the words you were saying, but it sounded like you were talking through a notepad. Like, this is what you sound like.
That's what I sound like? You're not talking. Tell me what I sounded like, Luke.
This is what you sound like very muffled. You're talking through some papers.
Okay.
Legal pad.
Kurt Comber said it's not the mic, it's just the volume lever. Kurt Comber, if you know audio, I will fly you out here, put you up at the Ritz-Carlton, stay here for 2 nights, fix this audio. I hate when people's audio is bad. I go crazy, almost as bad as my DoorDash. Okay, so Archimald02, you've been telling me that the whole time. When I was fighting with Luke, I was not looking at the chat. I was in the other location. So Keith Sayers, you're right. I need to breathe.
There you go. Meditation tips, baby. Meditation tips.
Thank you, Keith. Okay, thank you, Keith. All right. One more time. Okay. Matt J says audio is bad 9% of the show. LOL. Well, I did see another order on Amazon for audio, guys, last week for like $3,000. So if that stuff we're just spending money, it's not working. then I don't know, guys. Let's just have an open house here and come fix the tech. Hey, ZingerNation.
There we go. That's the move. We're doing an open house for ZingerNation. Anybody who wants to come to Detroit, you're coming by, and we're gonna fix this audio problem together.
Internet enforcers, you got timed out yesterday because you criticized someone, like a characteristic. We're about kindness. We're about kindness.
What did he say?
And so I screenshotted it because it was just bad. It was bad, and I'm about kindness. Internet enforcers always gives us feedback on stuff, and then he spelled my name wrong, as he knows. And he always gives feedback. I'm like, Internet enforcers, you can't get feedback today because you didn't even spell my name right. You see it every day. So he was like, something Rohan did, and I don't know. So I didn't like it, and I timed him out 5 bits. I was like, you spelled my name wrong. Today's one day, because he gives us shit every day, which is good. It's getting us better, but it's yeah, that's true, Blue Doves. So let's get Rip on, but I don't see Rip. Is Rip in the waiting room?
I don't see him in the room yet.
So why is Aaron Bry writing stupid shit then?
I don't know. Aaron Bry, call Ripster and let's get him on here. The crowd is ready. We've got to talk some hot stocks like CLOV, LOTZ, etc.
Okay, Internet First goes, Jason, so you want feedback now? I should put him in the timeout thing again. It'd be pretty funny. So anyway, back to the thing. Oh, Ripster is here. So Luke, we were on those. Okay, let's want to skip the stocks and just bring Ripster on right away.
Let's just do it.
All right, and I'll answer about Upwork in a few minutes, guys. Ripster is more important than my freaking Upwork trade. Ripster is the man. Let's bring him on. He's a good man too. He sends me his picks all the time, so thank you. All right, I'm bringing him on, Lukey. Uh-oh, he's cut off. I'll fix that. I fixed it.
There we go.
Hey, Ripster, how you doing, man?
What's up?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Just, I don't know, trying to get stuff done, work away, and DoorDash failed me today, but the stock market didn't fail me today. So stock market-wise, really good. Everything else is fucked up. And then I did a remote shoot just now at another location in our office, and I guess the audio is bad, and I didn't know that. And so I'm sad about that too. That's my problems.
Well, I'm not on phone this time.
There you go.
There you go. That's an improvement.
That's a win. And
Yeah.
we have the full view of those chairs. I think those are the best chairs of any guest that we've brought on.
Oh yeah, those are.
I love those.
Luke, I feel. Go ahead.
So I told my wife about the chairs, right? She's like, "See, I mean, it's all her, right? It's not me." So
Yes.
for the chairs, you're like, "I told you." So
I would, Ripster, what I would say is, like, me and Luke want to come in there and like sit in those chairs like we're going to a therapist, and you can be our therapist. I'll breathe and I'll sit in those chairs. It feels like, like, can sit there. It looks comfortable. I can get out of this office and not have to deal with what I was dealing with. So yeah, there you go.
that's fine.
Yeah. What'd you say?
But you guys change your your streaming service. That's much better. That's why my webcam is able to work now.
Yeah, the producer Rohan, I fought him on it, and now we're to this thing, and so it's better. It's still not where we need it to be, but we're getting there. Like, I like the microphones. I got this camera that, like, it's a robotic stuff that I supposedly can control it, so I can move around the office and do stuff on the walls, but it's not there yet because I can't see what it's looking at. That's a problem. So we're getting there. We're getting there, Ripster. We're trying to build you basically like CNBC, for the 21st century.
Yeah, CNBC, but actually entertaining, not just talking heads, showing positions, that whole sort of thing.
Showing guys who know what they're doing, like you. All right, so speaking of guys knowing what they're doing, like you, Ripster, what have you been up to, my man?
It's been a good week. Earnings. It was all about earnings. We've been trading PayPal, APPS, pins. So it's been a good week. That's what we've been up to.
So what'd you do with pins? I'd love to hear that one.
Yeah, well, I have a pins in my IRA as well. But yesterday before earnings, I took an earning position at 677 and sold it at 87, and then I took another position this morning, which is kind of flat right now. But pins will be $100 stock soon. I know that.
Okay, so you're staying long now. Do you buy a lot of the?
Yeah, I want to hear the thesis on pins really quick. Can you tell us about that one?
Well, the only reason I like pins is it's undervalued compared to Facebook and Snap. The way they are growing their EPS. This time EPS was not that impressive, but the last earning, the EPS grew like 1,000%. And, you know, I mean, that's what all I focus on, the growth of EPS and, you know, the sales and all. And Pinterest is growing. And if you see, other reason was, if you see, Facebook is just, social media is just blowing it out of the water, right? Facebook has great earnings. So I knew Pins is going to beat again. And, you know, so that's my thesis. The social media is the future. And anything that the sales and, you know, the revenue, the monetization of social media is future. And Pins was stuck in that limbo for a long time. But the moment it broke that 37 and then, you know, out of its range, and last earnings, it started showing that growth year over year, sales and EPS. And that's why we know, you know, it's going to keep growing. You know, the company that grows doesn't suddenly stop growing out. You know, it doesn't just drop. Any growth stock you see that curve, that once it starts to grow, you know, it meets its expectations or beats it, it keeps going. The price, the revenue, sales go, the market cap go, and the price go. So that's my thesis on all my growth stocks that I trade. So that's what I'm looking at Pins.
So then you're kind of like, before you got on, I was talking about some of my positions like HubSpot and Twilio and Google. I bought in the IPO, never sold a share, but these other ones I sold some shares, and it would have made sense for me never to sell a share. And like your point is like these companies that are growing on a growth trajectory, ride the wave is kind of what you're saying.
Yeah, well, my style is different. I'm kind of investor and trader as well. I know when it's breaking out, and that's when I take a position on a growth company, right when it's breaking out, and then I ride the breakout. And, you know, I know where to take profits based upon my technical things. I have a trading portfolio and a long-term portfolio. But even with the trading portfolio, I sell it at a point and get back in when it's in consolidation, because I know it's going to go, you know, it's a stair-step chart. I shared it on my Twitter the other day. Every growth stock has a stair-step chart. All you need to know is take the breakout, sell at a level, buy again in the consolidation dip, take the next stair-step up. You know, so that's how I trade these, right? So
interesting.
So Pins I sold yesterday. I have a good position, right? In IRA, I don't touch it. But then I again took another position today at 80 because it filled the gap, almost filled the gap. So I took a position there, and I'll hold it and see how it performs. So, you know, it's trading, investing. It's a mixture of that.
Can I ask you another? Oh, I'm going to ask you two questions on Pins. Real two questions. So do you look? I know you're trading, but do you look at your position size as a percentage of your portfolio? So the reason I'm asking is this: I know what like an average position size for me is, and I know what a large one is. But like the stocks that have really run up, like Tesla, becomes like a 40% of my position, and I don't really pay attention to percentage size. So today I enabled a new field in my E-Trade account that says percentage size, and I see like my average position size like 4%, and then Tesla's like 41%. So I like want to try an experiment with my next stock buy where I like don't look at what dollar amount, but I just look at percentage size. Do you look at percentage size of your portfolio when you make these trades, or is it more about the absolute dollar that you're spending?
No, it's for me. I'm not a very by the book trader. For me, it's if I like a position, I go in. You know, I see a risk in a dollar value. Even though I teach it, you shouldn't do a risk on a dollar value. Your risk is technicals. First, you have to see what does technical tells you, like how much is the risk, right? How much you are able to lose. Then you size accordingly, right? That's the rule. So it's not like how much you are willing to lose, and then you go in not caring about the technicals. So for me, I know my risk. So I go in, I know this is how much I will lose, and accordingly I size, and that's how I do it. So I don't really care about this is my percentage of my portfolio or all that.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I got it. Looking at the technical levels. Okay. And then I know you messaged me about one of your stocks that, let me see. Let me pull it up.
Which one?
APPS.
Yes. He wrote me, Raz, I hope you, I don't know if you said Raz, but you can call me Raz. If we're not on that relationship yet, you can call me Raz. Because you're like family now with the great picks. So, yeah, okay, look at it again. So, Luke, when he was on the show, he doesn't come on enough, but I think he was on like January like 25th, maybe 22nd. I got to look at the chart. We should have stock charts on these pages, Luke, with the day the guest appeared on the show.
Yes.
That'd be sick. So Ripster, I think, gave us this stock at $57, I think it was. And today, Digital Turbine, 85.89, up 11.27%, up $8.70 to 85.89. That was a Ripster stock. So Ripster, what say you, my man?
It's gonna. This APPS is a growth. It was my growth stock of the year. I mean, it's one of the many, but this was my biggest position. My followers got it at 28, and that was last earning beat. And it's not about beat, right? People talk about beat. Nobody cares about beat. It's about how much it grew from the last quarter, last year, right? And and that's what you want to see. 100% EPS increase is amazing. Sales 50% is fine. So apps keeps doing it, man. That's what it's gonna keep doing. It's keep going. It's going to be 100 soon.
Yeah, right. and we got the date. We got the official date. It was January 12th. Stock was at $54, all the way up to 85 now. So you still like this name?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty chart. It's a pretty chart.
Here's the thing. Some of these names, like TTD. I called TTD back in start of the year. Shop. You have to always like them, right? I know they say, oh, it's too high. Nothing is too high. If the company keeps growing, the revenue sales keeps growing, there's nothing is high. Market cap is going to keep growing. Of course, you don't chase it. You see like how high it is from EMAs. It has to pull back, consolidate, and ready to break out. You add again, So it's just a mindset. And I'm not best at holding positions. That's why I trade up and down. Right. And I hold, if in IRA, I don't see it, I hold it. But if you're really good at holdings, these, I know one of my followers, he had apps and he has FUTU, FUTU. And he texted me yesterday that it's life-changing for me because those stocks went 300%, FUTU went 200%. And he took my idea, he held. And then his account is over 300%. And he said it's life-changing for me. So if you are a trader like that, yeah, you need to stay with your stocks, growth stocks.
Yep. Okay. And I think that deserves an air horn.
All right. Luke, I got one for Rip. Can I ask about the stock? Wait, were you going to ask about the stock? Or I can go off, Luke, if you want to ask about your stock that you like.
No, go for it.
It's one you like, Luke.
My CLOV?
There you go. There you go,
right, yeah, I was just about to say, we've got to talk some SPACs a little bit.
SPACs has lost some love recently, so let's just waiting for love to come back.
So I mean, the news on this one yesterday was there was that short report. I think it was Hindenburg who put it out. The company did address it this morning. Stock is down after they addressed it. I was optimistic that after they came out, they defended the company. We would get a pop there. So I have a position in it now. But do you have any thoughts on this one? It sounds like you don't love the SPACs right now until some of the energy goes back into them.
See, I love stocks. Yeah. My point is I might have a position, but I don't go every day talk about it. Or because here's the thing. There's always potential. There is always company can do something, right? But once the substantial information from management or earnings or something comes up, that's when you build conviction, right? Clothes, I know they have a lot of potential, right? Doesn't mean I go every day, tell them buy lots, buy CLOV, right? Yep. So I need to talk about it. When the company proves itself, when the earnings or any report like lots, they did something, they said that their sales and revenues are growing pretty good. Then all these shorts are going to be blown out of water, right?
Yep.
They will prove themselves, right? So yeah, just stick with the situation, with your position, follow your technicals, right? A 10 is a big psych level on all these SPACs, lots, CLOV. If they break 10, it's not always good technically because it's a psych and a big psychological level, right? And it can go lower too, right? But if it stays over, it's good, right? So you minimize your position according to your risk, right? But both these companies have a lot of potential in future, right? But I won't go speak about it day after day after day. But everybody has to manage their risk accordingly, But I will go big whenever I'm good. I will add more whenever there's a big, updates about the earnings, sales, everything comes out, So you need to keep building that conviction on your own.
Yep. So it's sort of like a wait and see. Let's get some news. Let's get some numbers, and we'll continue to evaluate from there. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, it's all about short squeezes these days. No love on specs, love on short squeezes. So that we are on short squeezes then.
Yeah, that I mean, that has been a wild week. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure last week was crazy for you. For us, I mean, it was insane. It's like the stock market was the #1 story in the world. It wasn't politics. It wasn't who's the president. It was the stock market, which is totally nuts. And also, I think totally cool. There's a lot of people. I mean, I got texts from people I haven't talked to in years asking me what's going on in the market. And so it's getting more energy, getting more buyers in there. So I like the whole situation.
Yeah. We are, I'm in a bunch of stocks that I think they are going to short squeeze. It's speculation positions. I'm in this one. It's a biotech because I think they are going to target biotechs next.
Okay.
So this morning I took a position in stock CYCC. It's 30% short, right? It's highly shorted stock, and it's a good legit biotech.
Can you give me the ticker one more time?
CYCC.
CYCC. Okay. All right.
CYCC.
Psych yourself, Pharma. All right, I have the chart up.
I'm pulling it up.
So if you look at CYCC, it's short 30%, right?
I mean, it's up 25%, 31% today. Why? Because of you?
No, it's not me. It's everybody, right? So people identify what are good stocks which are intentionally shorted without any reason, or which had a bad story, but the story is changing, right? So those are the best ones to get on. So I respect a lot of bio traders in my circle. They had a good enough DD on this, and they thought it's a good squeeze candidate. So I took a position. It's a speculative position. Let's see what it does. But I'm on that one.
All right. I mean, that chart is whenever you give us names and we pull up the charts, it's like, yeah, it's a pretty damn good looking chart. Tough to fight against something that has that much momentum behind it.
Yeah. The breakout is over 10. So 10 holds, and and high, and that's it. The sky's the limit. Weekly chart, daily chart. That's I'm a breakout trader, so a lot of people are scared to buy high. I buy high, I sell higher. That's my motto.
I like that.
I love that. We need to get that in a t-shirt and sent to Ripster. I buy high, I sell higher. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's all I do. Buy high, sell higher.
Make that shirt, Luke. Make that shirt.
All right, we're getting it made.
All right,
it's going on the legal pad. Boom.
Hey, so Ripster, there is a question, and I think it must be something to do with preferreds. Super Spacman said, "What's the difference between CYCC and CYCCP? Is it maybe that's a preferred? That's a preferred. Yeah, it's a 6% dividend preferred. I don't know if you saw that one.
What's the question?
So he asked, Super Spacman said, what's the difference between CYCC and CYCCP? And P, the letter P as in Peter, is as a preferred. A 6% looks like dividend. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that one.
Okay, me neither. Okay, keep going, Luke. We're at buy high, sell higher. I like it.
Yep. So it's So what I was saying is it's a short squeeze mania. It's a weed mania. SPACs have lost love. So I focus. So we, and even in Atlas with all our other traders, we try to focus what is the market doing right now, right? So we trade large caps, and then we go to these mid caps, and then we trade these craze stocks. Where is the craze? Right now the craze is in short stocks, weed. So weed has been.
What's your favorite weed stock?
Right now, well, I alerted a stock yesterday. It's called AGFY. The stock is AGFY. So let's see where it is right now.
You know this one, Jason? You know all the weed stocks.
I know all of them. I don't know this one.
I don't know this one either.
No. So AGFY. So GRWG, right? HYFM.
Yeah.
Right. So GRWG, by the way, was my alert at $13, $22. I think today it's at $60. So all the weed names have ran, right? So this AGFY is a new IPO which is growing. It's, to summarize, it's way cheaper than all other weed stocks, and they also do what is called, how they do agriculture, indoor agriculture. They have a big warehouse, and then they grow the crops inside, the shelves, right? And they do this weed and big in weed too. Yeah. So that's why I'm in AGFY. I can send you more details. Why the growth it is, and
yeah, send it to me.
Yeah, I missed the bus on HYFM, so I didn't want to miss the bus on this one. So I loaded it yesterday, I think 17 or 16. So it's doing pretty good. So
yeah, I mean, that's already a great move.
Yeah.
So the one that I'm in, it's because I know the chairman and I know the CEO. Like I know them, and I bought it a long time ago, like at like $4. It's called TerraSen, TRSSF, and they just put a $250 million vehicle. And the reason raised, and the reason I like it so much is because Bruce Linton, who is used to be, you guys know Bruce Linton from Wikisold. Oh God, sorry, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we hear you. You buzzed? You're still buzzing, but we hear you.
Okay, so he sold his company to Constellation Brand, whatever. So I like it because he thinks that chairman is very, very good, and so I like TerraSen, TRSSF, as my weed play. But I also own a few others like Cureleaf. I'll buy this one right now. I'll buy that one, and then there's another cannabis play and Ripster. I don't think we're gonna. I own some Sundial, SNDL, S in Sam, N as in Nancy, D as in dog, L as in Lisa. Is this a trade or is this something else? What is this?
Well, SNDL is, I think, Zach and it's Zach's play. So I don't have full information on an SNDL, but what I have heard so far, it's really cheap, and it's going to show growth. So, but I don't have the full information on that.
Okay, so it's not yours. Okay, so
all right. What about a Kern, Jason? That's my cannabis play. KERN. I like this one because it's a SaaS software business for cannabis. They basically make the operating system that the cannabis industry runs on, manages all the compliance and that sort of thing.
So I tell you my honest opinion about Kern, right?
All right.
So when
it's not going to be good.
No, it's you see, we have to lay the facts down, right? We are not here to just say show the one side of the picture, right? So Kern my alert was at 220 or something when these Democrats were coming in and Biden was coming in. It went to 5 and 6. So they make ERP software. So what is an ERP software? ERP is enterprise resource planning software for weed, right? So end to end, how the weed is produced to how to it's sent it out, suppliers and all that. So there are other companies too which make this software, right? But this is the only public company, and a lot of other states other companies have license for other states. This company is trying to get the licensing. In the past, management didn't really stand up to the expectations. They didn't do good. That's why the stock tanked, right? It tanked down. But if let's say country gets legalized, the weed everywhere, so there's more food for everyone. So all these ERP companies can eat. So Kern has more room to grow, right? It can get licenses for more states, get its things on track, and it's cheap, right? It's cheap until it shows that it's might be in limbo. So that's my thesis on Kern. So I still have position on Kern because I bought at 230, right? People ping me, "Oh, you're still here, you're still in."
Well,
guys, it went to $7. Don't ask me if I'm in or I'm not, right? I sell, I buy, I sell, I buy. So,
Luke,
I love this one.
Luke, didn't we just have the CEO on? It was $4 or something.
We did, yeah. So Jessica was on, I don't know, a few days ago.
Jessica is the CEO. Jessica Billingsley.
Yeah, she's the CEO. She was on earlier this week. The stock was like high 5s, low 6s. Yeah, we're at 720 now. And again, I love this one as sort of a defensive cannabis play where you still have exposure to it. And they've got that awesome recurring revenue stream. They can get those SaaS multiples, that whole sort of thing.
Okay. All right. So now in the chat, I don't know if this is another stock that you talk about, why they keep asking so much, but let's just ask.
Which one?
UWMC, United Wholesale.
It's GGIV. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? It's the same spec and the same thesis what we talked about earlier on LOX and CLOV. Same thesis. Specs have lost the love, right?
Yeah.
But the potential is there. They have the potential, right? You just have to be patient. I don't know why people keep asking again and again and again. Sell it. My one thing is, if you have to ask something about few times, sell it, move on, buy something else, go to weed, go to short squeeze, leave it alone. But don't keep asking about it again and again, right? So yeah, it's same thing. If you see the charts, SPACs have same story, but they will bounce. There's a cycle. The cycle will come back to these SPACs or whatever, right? So you need to be patient. If you believe in the story, be patient. I believe in the story, doesn't matter. I'll speak, oh, you are not going to put your whole savings in that stock. If I say, oh, I believe in it, I believe in it. I can say I believe in it if it goes to 1. Then what? So my answer to all those people keep asking about CLOV, lots, WMC is simple. Be patient, play your conviction. Don't play somebody else's conviction, play your conviction.
The only conviction you should follow from somebody else is Elon Musk on Dogecoin. No. I think is hilarious. Ripster, I want to ask you about one more. This is a name that I'm in right now, PYPL, PayPal. I've been a PayPal bull for about 2 months now. But basically, we saw all the energy going into crypto. We saw the crypto stocks just going nuts. PayPal wasn't moving, so I sort of liked it from that little bit of an arbitrage opportunity because they are definitely at least a little bit of a crypto play. You said you traded this one through earnings. Do you still like it? Did you get out of it?
Yeah, PayPal was moving. I don't agree that PayPal was not moving. When the Square and PayPal, they moved together. They moved together when this crypto hype was there, right? Even before PayPal's earning. And I think that's when I was alerting it at 200 breakout, both PayPal and Square. If you see the chart, if you see the weekly breakout, that 200 breakout was big. And PayPal has been moving since then, right? So if you talk about earnings, PayPal is growing. It's a growing company. It's not just a crypto company. It's exponential. So I traded yesterday. 275 is the level. It breaks 275, it goes to 300. As soon as it breaks 275, you buy 300 calls, monthly calls, and let it work, right? So that's how you trade. If earning is good, it's a breakaway gap, and it's holding the gap. It's flagging. There's a strength. You sell if you want to sell. You sell if it breaks the gap lows or mid gap, right? But you add if it goes over the highs of the earning day, right? So yeah, so that's my thesis. PayPal is going to 300, but it has to get over 275.
Okay, all right, I like it, but I've got to stop in this one right now at 261. So sort of the slowdown here, but I'd love to get that 275 and then 300. And guys, I have to hop off. Unfortunately, I've got to go back to working on the business a little bit, building on it. So I do have a call I got to go take. But I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
And wait, Ripster, before we go, Ripster.
I can talk. I have nowhere to go. I'm trading while I'm talking to you. So
yeah. So Ripster, I was just trading too. I'm buying a stock right now. I think I'm going to buy this stock. So have you been Tiger Brokerages? Tiger Brokerage.
TIGR.
Well, hold on. Let me just get this one. Let me get one order in, then I'll go back to it. Okay, hold on. What brokerage do you use? I should switch.
I'm on TradeZero. TradeZero has changed my trading.
Has what? What'd you say?
It has changed since I have been on TradeZero.
Yeah.
My account, it has grown exponentially. So TradeZero is the best.
What? Yeah. So why? I mean, I know the CEO. They're a customer. Actually, our news is on their site. I don't know if you see it, but our news is on there. Do you ever see our news on it?
I see their news. It's pretty fast, but I never knew it's Benzinga.
That's Benzinga. That is Benzinga. TradeZero has been a customer since his company was called something else first. Actually, it was called I can't think of it, but I could bring him on. If you ever want me to talk to him, I can bring the CEO on and you can ask questions.
But I talked to K Briggs.
No. The guy.
I think I'm with the international, right? So you talk to the US.
K Briggs is the international.
Yeah, he's the Bahamas office.
Okay, yeah, they have the Bahamas office and they have the US one.
He's the CEO there, so I talked to him.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, the TradeZero is reason it's good is the most important thing for me is the direct access. A lot of people don't understand. They go on TD Ameritrade or any other trader, right? So they are selling your orders, and and it routes in a certain way that you don't have a direct access. Direct access means you get best fills, and it's multi 1/10 of a second you get a fill and you get the best fills. So they really have a good direct access. And then
Well, the other thing I like about Trade Zero, but I'm not like doing it actively. I do. You said Trade Zero. You said Trade Zero, right, Ripster? Watch this. What do I got? Okay, so I have an account. I just wasn't I'm not actively using that one of the trades, and maybe I should. But the other thing I was gonna say at Trade Zero, they let you trade at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I'm on West Coast, so
Oh, so that's 1 a.m. for you. So you should have stay up really late. That should be your move.
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay. So I just bought Tiger. So TIGR, that one I bought on the show just now. Do you like Tiger?
Yeah, so Tiger, the EPS is growing 300%. Sales is growing 150%. So I missed it at 20. It was a perfect breakout. That was my kind of play, and now it's at 26. So I'm not in it, but I was trading. It's a Chinese stock, right?
Yes. So Tiger Brokerages, that's Chinese stock. Okay. So then. Go ahead. Keep going. No, keep going.
I was writing other Chinese stocks, so I got some, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was gonna go somewhere else with you on this Tiger brokerage. So in the chat right now, there's a guy, and I don't know if he's pumping it or what, but his name is Doughboy that he's using, and he is saying JFU is a Tiger sympathy play. So JFU, J is in Jason, that's my name. F is in fuck it, and then U is in ugly, okay? And so it's a Chinese financial investment services, digital financial account platform, and 9F Group, which I'm going to look into because we can provide them data. So I'm buying these stocks partly because I want to keep track of them as potential clients for us. And a way for me not to forget is to put them that I own this stock. So I just bought these shares. It's not really moving. So I'm not like telling anyone to buy this stock, and I know nothing about it other than it's a Chinese investment firm, JFU, and the person in the chat, who I assume Ripster is a fan of you because I don't recognize his name, is saying that JFU is a Tiger sympathy play. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, yes. The sympathies are usually penny stocks. So I'm not a sympathy expert. I know a lot of my friends are sympathy experts. I haven't ever heard about it. But I see it's 200% volume today. So maybe something is going on. Who knows?
It did drop though. It did drop from $10. So I don't know. There's something. Maybe there's a lot of lawsuits. So maybe this is not something to play around with.
See, even when I go into penny stocks, my style is I want to see strength. If a chart is breaking out on weekly, it's consolidating. It might have been $20 5 years ago. That's fine. But I want to see what it has done in last 1 year, right? If it is changing the trend and making highs, that's when I get in.
Got it. So yeah, so this one you're not playing. And then, they're giving me other simply JRJC. That one I think I know. JRJC is that's China Finance Online. So all right, so that's it. Now, how many trades are you making a day? That's down 10% today. I'm not going China Finance Online.
Sorry?
How many trades do you make a day about right now?
Well, I recap most of my trades on Twitter. So maybe 7-8 trades. Yesterday was apps, PayPal, bunch of other, I think couple of penny stocks. So yeah, 8 to 10 average.
And then how do you know when I know you say look at technicals, but like, let's just go, for example, on a penny stock and it starts rising. Like, how do you know, or when do you decide? Is it just based on technicals, or is it based on something else where you're like, all right, I'm ready to trim this thing?
Yeah. So the biggest thing is, like I always say, the two things: average to true range of a stock. For penny stocks, it's okay. Let's talk about EMAs first. Any stock which is extended from EMAs, I look at 5 EMA, I look at a 10-minute 5 EMA or 1 hour 5 EMA. As further it extends from those EMAs, means it's going to pull back.
Okay.
Right? So it will pull back. If you see your chart, make a chart on 10 minutes, draw a 5 EMA there, you will see it tries to, it works as a magnet. So a lot of people, even when I like put some alerts on Twitter, let's say a low float or something, people buy, they slap it, and it goes to it's already like extended from 5 EMA, and and it pulls back. So I watch that. I watch how much is extended on an hourly, daily from the 5 EMA. Then I watch average true range. The true range is average range of the stock in last 10 days, 1 month, whatever. So you can't just slap a stock. Oh, Ripster says, or somebody says this stock is good, buy it. Dude, its average range is 2 and it's already up 4. It's highly unlikely it goes more, right? So if a stock has a good volume, good relative volume, and it's at, let's say, half of its average true range, or it's at its average true range, then it can go twice the range, 3 times the range. So you have to look at this average true range extension from EMS.
Okay. So that's how you put science to this a little bit. You're not just doing just feel. You're putting science and touch, not just touch, but you're putting some mathematical things to it. And so
I have an EMA cloud system that I devised that system, and thousands of traders are using it successfully. They have become sustainable traders on their own. I don't sell it. I just show it live. I show with my charts. And I tell them how to use it. I give documentation. So that's the system I use: intraday, swings, everything. So
are you a programmer too?
No, I mean, my job, full-time job, was with data. So I'm not a programmer. No. Okay. I'm a data guy though. I like to, dig into data manipulation and all that.
Okay, that's knowing data is key for a lot of this stuff, and that's why I stayed with Tesla. I looked at the the VINs when you register a car in a state, and like 5-6 years ago, no one was talking about Tesla in the way they do now. And you looked at the number of VINs they were registered in California; it was unbelievable. So that's the sense. Okay, we'll do one more question with him. Do you know the stock HOFV, Hall of Fame Resort? Probably not. HOFV?
No, I think it was my swing alert.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah, I think I alerted it at 2. Where is it at 3? Yep. So this they have this what do they call it? Resort, right, in the city where they do the Hall of Fame awards. So it was a speculation position for me. I alerted at 2. I'm still holding it. It's at 3. Not a big position, but they need to show revenue, sales. If they keep showing that Corona goes, maybe it'll do good.
Yep. Now, Ripster, a stock that I talked about before you were on is there's this thing called Clubhouse, and I'm a big user of it. I literally, the timing I had, obviously I wish I would have bought calls on it. I did buy a couple, but I bought the stock. I did buy calls, but not enough. But the stock that I bought, API, Agora, I gave it at $57, and I bought I bought a medium-sized position.
Oh, man, don't tell me about API, man.
You know it? Because
I love that stock, but I missed the run.
Oh my God! So Elon Musk was going on Clubhouse, and Clubhouse is like a vendor to API is a vendor to Clubhouse. That's not really like the hugest deal in the world, to be honest. And so I wanted to play Clubhouse because no one really knew Clubhouse, and I was like an early user. So I bought it at $57, literally at 10 days ago, and it's at $97 10 days ago. And I have the tweet right here. And then I bought only one call option for $16.20. I bought a September call that's $60 strike. I bought one. I don't know what I was doing, and I should have bought obviously more because that call is up 200% now, and I don't want to sell that call. Because even though it's 200%, which is a nice quick gain in a week, but I don't, it's September, so I feel like I should just hang on to it, right?
You have only one call?
Yeah, only one. The only one got executed.
I was going to say scale out. I don't know what.
Well, Ripster, I had this situation. I'll never do this again. Maybe you can give me advice because this is what I did.
I'll give you an advice.
Well, on this, I'm gonna tell you something I do wrong, and it pisses me off. And it's the reason I only have one call. I'll tell you why, and you'll understand why when I tell you the story. Real quick, I bought a company. The symbol is IMMR. I know I should put up a chart, but immersion. It does like the haptic remote control. So IMMR, M as in Mary, M as in Mary, M as in Mary, R. All right. I bought the stock and I bought calls. At least I thought I did. I tried to buy 40 calls of IMMR at the May 21st $10 strike. All right. So what happens is that it was at 80 cents. I put a limited order in 80 cents and the ask was 85. Well, I look back at my account. I only have one call because only one call got executed and the other 39, like they moved up a little bit. And so they never got executed. So I never got the other 39 calls. My position is up 533%, but I only have $80 on it. And so I'm up 533% because I only got one call. So when I buy calls, I usually put the orders in as limits and I put it good to cancel for 60 days. And what I'm noticing with my IMMR and then this other API, I was actually buying 10 calls and I only have one. And so I was buying the September 10 calls for 16,000 and I got, so both of those, I put the limit order in and then it moved up and I never got it. How do you recommend I buy calls that this doesn't happen to me? I mean, maybe sometimes it works out, but am I just being too cheap with my price limit, or what would you suggest?
So do you buy your calls on breakout or you buy your calls on just consolidation?
Okay, good question. I'm going to say on breakout, but it's not fair for me to say that because on API, it wasn't breaking out when I bought it. When I found out about it, I just got lucky on my timing. I bought it because I thought the story of Clubhouse would get out there. So I was buying it on speculation that people don't know API yet. That was what I was buying it on.
I was trading API at 37, got out at 48, and
oh really?
Forget to look at it. Yeah, API was one of my focus list. It's gone now, but anyways, so when you're buying options, right? If you are trading a breakout, so first rule of trading an option on breakout is you add small, right? If you want to buy 10 contracts, buy 3 contracts, or 4 maybe.
Okay.
As soon as the breakout confirms, add. Don't worry about the limit order. I mean, it should be liquid. It shouldn't be spready. Add on the breakout. Now you have 3 and you add 6, 7 more. You have 10 because the breakout confirms. And then you let it ride. It goes a certain position, 50%, scale out some. Never let the position turn red. Goes to 80%. I have full set of rules on Twitter and scale more. So what it does, let's say the stock doesn't break out. You have those 3 contracts. It falls down. You can take a small loss, right? But when you add on breakout, you add more contracts. You are looking for substantial reward. Right. So otherwise, you add small. So that's always the way to do it. Keep losers small, add small first, let it confirm, add more. Because if it's a good breakout, you are going to have a good trend and you are going to have a win. Right.
Got it.
So
Got it.
Right. You are not scalping it. So it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense to go all in 10. Oh, it's breaking out, 10 contracts, market order. No. So that's how you do it.
So that's one thing. Yeah, go ahead. Two quick questions on that. How do you determine what month you're going to buy? Like how far out? And then the other question is how that Hamad Abro asked. How do you determine what the breakout is?
Well, breakout. I don't know. I'm a breakout trader, and I think I'm one of the best out there. But yep. I just know. I just draw the chart. I mean, it's clear. People complicate things. People want indicators. People want RSIs, magic rule. No, it's right in there. Clean your charts. Look at a bigger viewpoint. Look at 1 year. Look at monthly, weekly. You will know how many times the price has failed from that point, and you will know. And then you look at intraday. You can look at 10 minutes, 1 hour to confirm your breakout. So that's how you do it from the breakout levels. You can also use Fibonacci levels. If a Fibonacci on IPOs, if a Fibonacci and the resistance is the same point, that's always a good breakout. If a 50% retracement of an IPO is trying to break and there's a resistance there, it's a good breakout. So that's how I identify breakouts.
Got it. Okay, that's a good thing to know. That's a good thing to figure out how you do that. And I like the way you're saying options. I think I just have to monitor it and then buy more and go from there. I think that's.
So let me answer one more question you asked about.
Okay.
The options, how far. if you are buying an option in consolidation, right, then you are already ready for any theta decay, because you don't know when it will get out of consolidation. You don't know that, right? You can assume, oh, some news is coming out, but if you're buying in a consolidation, give it a 1 month at least. Give it time. If your account permits, give it that time, right? But if you're buying a breakout, then you can buy weekly if you are a knowledgeable trader, or 2 weeks, because then you know the move is going to come. Theta doesn't matter. You can take the profits. But if you buy in consolidation, you have to make sure you give time. So that's the difference.
Okay, no, that's good advice. You've been great, and one of the craziest stocks is Voyager Digital. I mean, are you playing any crypto plays right now?
No, I'm not in crypto.
Oh my God, this Voyager Digital. We had the CEO on at 60 cents. We own it, and the stock's at 13. And I definitely have trimmed some of it, but he was on at 60 cents like 3 months ago, 6 months ago. It's at 12.89. So I don't know. I mean, the market is the market, and it sounds like you're just good. You're good at playing the market, what the market gives you, and you watch these things, you watch these trends and these lines. I think we need to make a page on benzinga.com with Ripster's rules. The page will be benzinga.com/Ripster's rules, and it has your rules. And then when you update your rules or your rules of the game, we keep adding to it. I know you have it on your Twitter, but just another place to have it, because I think they're really sound, and you've been successful at it, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Luke to make that happen, because Ripster's rules. I mean, that's the thing. You go on CNBC, and you don't get this kind of real life trader going at it. I mean, if you're not profitable trading, you're not making money. Those guys, it's different. So I don't know. I thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being you.
Before you go, let me give you one more pick.
Oh, wait, hold on. One more pick for Ripster. Can we get like a tweet out to Ripster? Follow Ripster on Twitter. You guys know his Twitter. Paste it in the chat. Like, subscribe, whatever. Ripster47. Okay, go ahead, Ripster.
Yeah. So I've been looking at this stock for some time, and today it broke out. I missed the initial breakout, but then I added on a dip. It's called FLNT, right? So it's a digital marketing company. It's like apps, like companies, right? So it's a small company, right? But the revenues are growing. EPS grew 900% year over year. The sales grew 21%. And if you look at other marketing companies, how they are doing, or the digital companies like apps, so you have to see the sector, how the sector is growing. So I believe, and the chart is breaking out. I think I mentioned my rule. I want to see a breakout, and then I look at the fundamentals. So the chart is breakout. It's going to 10, and then the fundamentals EPS is growing. So I added this position this morning. So let's see where it is when we meet next time. But it's So it's good. So what they do is they work on the lifestyles and purchasing histories of a lot of these people, and that's how they market it. So it's a good one. So just wanted to
all right. So I see a little bit of insider buying, so I like that. I've heard of the company. Let me look at them. I'm going to pull this up here. I know the Fluence. We're digital media, so we get like these things, but this one looks interesting to me. So, and the market.
What happens with these? So these are micro caps, right? These are analysts are not there yet. Analysts are not there yet. The funds are not there yet because they are under the cap. But by the time the funds and analysts catch them, these are already 200, 300%, like GRWG and APPS. Nobody even knew about it. So I try to find these before the analysts or funds find it. And I have been successful doing it, because when the funds find it, then you are already in a position of good leverage. So you need to find the risk is there. So risk is there. There are smaller companies growing. They might do some dilution. That's fine as long as they're growing good. So, so yeah, so that's one.
Okay.
And, you want one more?
I don't think they want another one. I think they're tired. Are you guys tired? If you want another one, press 1. If you want one more, press 1. I see that there's like 2,000, 3,000 people here, but only wait, let me do the refresh.
That's fine.
No, Ripster, let me just check. I don't want you to go yet. You guys, come on, give us 200 likes. All right. So 200. Oh, they pressed 1. So now give some likes. Ripster will give one more. Ripster 47. And we're going to get the rules of the game on the web. Let's do that. And Ripster, ready for one more pick, but you guys should really get 200 more likes. So that would be important. Go ahead, Ripster.
So this pick, it's this pick I gave it a few days ago. I think I gave it on a weekend, and it already ran 7-8 points, but now it's dipping back to support. But I'm holding a big position on it because it's a revolutionary tech. Revolutionary attack. They are bi-directional switches. You know how the switches are used in circuits. So they are used in EV, electric vehicles, solar, and military, and everywhere. It's called IPWR.
IPWR. Don't tell the story yet, Ripster. Don't tell the story yet, Ripster 47. Give me a second. I gotta get on my screens. All right. So IPWR. All right. I see some purchases in April. Okay, that's good. And they do switches. Let's mean market cap. Okay, market cap. All right. So
market cap is nothing. It's nothing.
So how do you find a stock like this then?
Well, this one came from a follower. So there are so many smart people out there, and it's not about like this person has 1,000 followers or 10,000. He's good. No, there's so many smart people out there. So this guy, he sent me the complete information. Then I reviewed it. I also talked to, the few hedge funds who own it. I did my research, and that's how I figured out that this has a lot of potential, right? Okay. So yeah, that's how I found it. And again, They released a white paper on January 11. That's when the big spike happened. So now they have to keep up. I believe there will be some updates coming soon, which they will say, well, how are they progressing on their contracts? What is the future of the growth? That will be a big pivot there. So we'll see. They still have to prove themselves, but the potential is multi-bagger if they execute.
Got it. So is this one that you'll hang on to for a while to see like how it's moving or what it's doing, that kind of thing? Like how will you do this?
I will. So the other day when I alerted it was 18, 19, went to 25. People took profits. You scale out. You can't just hold a position if it goes 50, 60%. Even if you're a long-term investor, you have to scale out, scale in, scale out, scale in. Sell at a certain point. You are already made some profit on that position, add it. So that's how I do it. I scaled out a little bit earlier, but I added a big position at 20. So now my target is 30. But again, I'm waiting on management updates, what we get there.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to take your advice now on my call option thing. It's so frustrating because like that IMMR, the guy who gave it to me, Chris Kaji at Benzinga, he gave it to me. He does a lot of those kind of investments. He's a game player and all that. So I bought 40 calls, I thought, and I didn't I know it didn't execute, and it was one call was left, and then I look and it's up 533%. I'm like, oh my God, I must be up a lot of money. I have one call because I never scaled up the limit price, like you said. I never increased it. I mean, it's like it's frustrating. I should have had a lot more, up 530%. $80 is what I purchased the call for. Ridiculous, but that's the story. That's my story. So good advice. I appreciate you coming on the show. Come on more often, and then we're gonna make a Ripster's rules page because you got good rules, man. I'm gonna have them make the video clip of the about the EMA, the thing you were talking about, like how you look at the technical levels. That was that was awesome. So
I might be doing a webinar on that. We'll see. But yeah, thanks, man, Jason. I appreciate it. Very kind of you always,
too.
Inviting me.
And please tell your beautiful wife that the chairs are awesome. We love them. Please tell her. Okay, we're gonna order. We're gonna want to know where she got them, and we want to get them for our office. Okay.
I think it's from Texas, from Dallas.
All right. Well, we'll have to ship them. All right. So Ripster, your rule still that they're calling you the GOAT in the room. He's the GOAT. We love Ripster, the GOAT. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks to Ripster.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Talk to you later. Thanks, Ripster. All right. So now that was Ripster. I'm gonna move him off. And then I think we have another show starting, but I don't see. I see Mitch is here, but I'm not in the channel because I have a 2 p.m. call that I have to attend. I have to get on, so I have to. Let me go to our channel because no one's here. Says,
2 seconds. Can we please? 2 seconds. We'll get her on.
I saw her on, and then she left, so I'm not sure. But Mitch, can you take over for the next thing? And then you have the top tip people. We have the biotech hour coming up at 2:30, We have a half an hour options thing. Hey, and if you guys use Fidelity, can you send Fidelity a note that please add Benzinga News? And if you send me a screenshot at powerhour@benzinga.com, we'll send you free Benzinga swag. Just tell us your size and your physical address. So if you use Fidelity, hit the support line or contact us that you'd like to see Benzinga News added to Fidelity. And then send an email to powerhour@benzinga.com with a screenshot, and we'll send you swag of Benzinga if you put your address. We'd love to see like 30 people do that right now. And again, reminder, we have an option show right now, and then the biotech buzz and those picks, the biotech buzz picks are buzzing up. They are buzzing up. And then at 4 o'clock, we have the special award show. 3:30, we have Into the Close. We're going all day, every day with guests. Ripster, you'll see on a lot more. You'll see on other people. We got some nice surprises in store. So please don't leave us. I'm just trying to see where our guests are. I'm in the channel here, show guest channel. Let's see if they're here. Don't see her. Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. Setting her up. She should be in here in 2 seconds.
Okay, and then you'll handle the biotech show today, Mitch, or have it to Spencer Israel if you can. Is that cool?
Sounds good. I'll hand it off and introduce.
Yes, I'll give you the screenshots where to send the email of the messages to Fidelity that they should add Benzinga News, and write like Benzinga's News is real time or why it's moving. It'll keep you on the platform longer. We appreciate it. Power Hour at Benzinga. Address, name, and size, and always please reply all, and that'll make everyone happy when you reply all. It's the best, and you guys are the GOAT. We're not the GOAT. We are not the GOAT. I will send you stuff. Eric Caston, you have a Benzinga t-shirt. I used to have one, but I don't know. They don't send me the swag stuff. So, all right. All right, I'm going to go on to another stock pick. I'm going to go to their news sucks. Fidelities. Yeah, yeah, they need to do a lot better on that. So, all right, let's go to a stock. I traded a lot of stocks this hour, a lot of stocks. I was buying. I'm going to trim some out. The ones that I'm really excited about, I'm still excited about API. We have room to run here. I'm excited about it. Adobe, AACQ, excited about. Well, what can I sell? AGFY. I bought that on the show. Is that the cannabis one you guys like? So I don't know enough about AGFY, but I'm in it, guys. I'll stay in it for you guys because you guys support it. So I'm in it. I'm going to stay in it. Bill.com, I'm excited by. I'm staying in it, but it's traded at 40 times revenue. 40 times future revenue. That's a lot. Oh, here she is. Okay. Mitch, I'm going to head off and pass it on. Is that cool, Mitch? He says, yeah.